I was married to an alcoholic for 10 years, from 1996 to 2006. The last 5 years of that life were horrendous and left me with all kinds of health issues because my body was holding on to all the struggles that I faced during that time, and there was no resolution. So that really impacted my nervous system in a way that I didn't know anything about at the time. So this is how I came upon the Wim Hof method. When I heard his interview with Joe Rogan, that was when I really learned that it was my central nervous system that was really struggling. And so I started it that day. And the breath work immediately just cleared the monkey mind, of which I didn't even know I had or was in that state. And then my stomach was all queasy as certain things were happening in my life at the time. And so my central nervous system was totally activated. So the cold exposure and the breath work, in like a matter of 1 week, everything was gone. It was extremely powerful. And that's why I am so passionate about the Wim Hof method. That's really where my passion lies. And from that, the same year, I stopped coloring my hair. And then I started eating the carnivore way because I learned that plants were basically toxin to my system and I wasn't able to clear out any of the oxalates. And so they were crystallizing in my organs and all of my metabolic numbers were moving in the wrong direction. Once I went carnivore, once again, all my problems totally disappeared. At my worst, I used to get migraines like 3 or 4 times a month, for which I used to have to take a medication for. I had joint pain. I was popping Advil like candy every night. I had all kinds of food reactions, so I had to be so careful with what I ate. And to the point where I actually had to carry an EpiPen. It was kind of evolving and I never knew what was going to be the next issue for me. And so Parveen's path evolved from all of the issues and crises I faced throughout my life. And so it all started with becoming a self-sabotage coach. And that was really just about identifying and learning about all the patterns, the mind control, and how much of our subconscious is programmed. And through that, my eyes really opened up to the political system, to the medical system, to the educational system. And so I became a self-sabotage coach. And that really just involves taking a very intense questionnaire through which I would be able to then identify your patterns and belief systems to then create change for you with my program. Iridology was the first step in identifying my problems with my health. So a lot of things that were shared with me during my Iridology reading, I was not ready to receive them at the time. Fast forward, I would say almost maybe, 7 to 10 years. So many of the issues came to fruition from the major problem that was identified, which was the health of my gut. And so that's really where everything was starting. And I also had a mutation that prevented my body from detoxing. So the MTRR mutation was really the source of a lot of my problems. So once I learned how to clean that out, everything else just fell into place. That's really what Parveen's path is. It is a collection of all of the healing modalities that had significant impact on my life. And it was so powerful that I then wanted to provide that same service for other people. And throughout all of that, I've always been fascinated by the brain and by energy. I'm also an energy healer, not Reiki, but I do a different type of energy healing, pure bioenergy healing. I'm currently not practicing regularly, but that is something that connects with everything that I do. And I soon hope to combine everything that I do and create a package of services. So basically just reprogram myself, change the way I ate, instilled more practices in my life that kept me centered and really bringing my energy back to my body. I'm also an energy healer. And so with the breath work, you also are able to ground yourself. That's why breathing has such an impact on so many people right away, is because our energy can be very dispersed around our body and we're not utilizing it correctly by building that strength within our energy column. And being just rooted in your energy. So this is really where I am now. So Parveen's path is really just a combination of all of the things that had significant impact on my life. And now I have such passion and love for everything that I do. I provide the services for other people. So my carnivore coaching, I just help people get started, help them identify some of the problems and issues that they're going to face along the way, how to overcome those problems, and help you prepare a menu and find places to purchase the meat that you're looking for, whether or not if you're in an area that has well-sourced meat. I personally buy half a cow at a time, so that really makes shopping so much easier. If you're looking to make those kinds of changes, give me a call. Parveen's Path, I'm here for you.